I really want to thank Oceana for honoring this person tonight. He is so deserving. He is so brilliant. He is such a gift to all of us. John Picard.
No, stay here. I've never been honored like this. This is a really, really special night for me. And I left my notes in my Prius, and the valet took it down. So no notes, all heart. Because it's true. I don't know how to do it any other way, Paul. But I did grow up here, and I never imagined that when I was surfing the wedge, which is a place that if you're not prepared, and if you hesitate, it will crush you. And so in my work, we're prepared, and we're not hesitating to save the planet. And I work in the built world. And I wanted to give you a message tonight that, you know, it's been about awareness, and we're hearing how difficult things are and have been for so long. And I thought a lot about what I wanted to leave you with all tonight. And we're heading into an entire new economy built on natural systems that respect natural law, not just working with man's law. I'm speechless. Thank you. We're heading to a world of solutions, and every time I go out and Paul, I'm so nervous. For 25 years, I've been trying to make the built world a better place, and I have been an alternate power. And there's no such thing. Solar and wind are primary. And this year, I had an amazing experience working in Greensburg, Kansas, rebuilding a town that was destroyed by a tornado. There was nothing left. Thank you. And what do you tell a town that's gone? How do you bring that town back? And I walked outside, and I put my hand up in the air, and I felt that breeze, and I realized that the very wind that destroyed the town would save the town, and that wind and the wind power and the solar would rebuild that town and pay that town back forever. And so when my dad, who helped us go to the moon, warned me not to get into construction, because he said when John Glenn was going up into space and was going into this rocket with 1 million moving parts and man's most technological advancement, he said, you realize what Glenn said when he went up in that thing that we built? He said, what? And he says, oh my God, I'm sitting on a pile of low bids. And that's my world. It is tough. And the bottom line of green has never been black. And for 20 years, builders and developers and architects and engineers have told me, we thank you very much, but we just can't do it. And about 2 years ago, I don't know what happened, but it switched. And I know times are tough and the economy's tough and gas is at $5 a gallon, but I got traction. And I'm making buildings that pay back. And I'm designing institutes and states and countries. And if I do what I do right in the built world, Oceana, you won't have to protect them from drilling, because I'm going to mine the inefficiency in the built world so that we won't have to go after foreign oil. We won't have to do anything. We'll be the communities again. We will be a self-sustaining nation. And I believe, and I'm going to make that promise to you. I woke up the other day and I said, Paul said, you know, you're one of the leads in this space. And I said, you know, the last couple of years, we've been doing this good work, and all these good people keep coming at me. And good people are starting to hook up to do great things. And Ted and Harrison and Sam, I'm so honored to be with you guys. It's unbelievable. But I woke up and I said, I'm a leader in this space, and I'm going to act like it. And so I am. I'm here. It's a turning point for me and for all of us. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing more and more and more. And I'm going to convert that inefficiency into an entire new economy. And you thought the internet was big, and you thought the first industrial revolution was big, you ain't seen nothing yet. And And there are some amazing things going on. I'm seeing the ascension of women. They are in the wheelhouse. Julie and Valerie and all you guys, they are kicking ass. We built this world on low bids, fear and liability, and a lot of testosterone, right? It's all going to shift. We are going into a world built on life cycle, on nurturing and caring, and I carry around the most important things to me is my 4-year-old Jackson and Landon. And when I'm in the boardroom and I'm with a CEO and they are pushing me back on doing the right thing, I pull this out and I just get powered up. And you know, that little thing out there, the Pacific Ocean, guess what else it is? It's where life begins. It's the climate control center for the planet. And everything that Oceana does, they create more traction and get more done than anybody I've ever seen. And I thought it was strange that I was going to be honored like that, but the built world, the world that I'm in, is so important to protecting that high tide line. And so today, Paul and I, we're working in technologies. You know, that bubble that I looked at when I was 18 years old, that tiny little bubble, you know why you look at the tiny little bubble? Because that's the rate that you can ascend. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. But today, we are studying the laminar flow of those bubbles and how the wind travels over the surface of the ocean. And nature is giving us, we have all the solutions in the natural expression of what nature is, the mathematical expressions, the physics, the state of engineering, all the solutions that we need to have to balance this earth and to live in harmony, in love, is there. And so I have all the external physics necessary and all of the compass headings and all of the answers are there. And I am so going to commit to you that I'm going to continue to discover those and continue to go. And so externally I have it. And I want to thank Julie and Oceana and my partners. This is Andy and Tim, and I don't know if you saw these guys. They're 6'5" and plus 200, and if we don't save the planet, they're going to kick your ass. And I want to, Paul, I mean, if you haven't read The Ecology of Commerce, you got to read it. It's a life-changing event. So we did Ashes and Snow together. Did anybody see that? Oh my God, right? Anybody who went to that came out changed. And so I want to get to that part. I want to thank my wife because I had all the external stuff that I needed, all the brain power, everything that my mother and my friends at these tables, everybody that I was born with was there. But I didn't have the heart and I didn't have my internal peace as built out as I needed to. And so Paul says, when I met the Queen, I got my juju. And so my wife, I want to thank my wife differently than we all thank our wives. My wife is so much my partner, and I love her so much. And with you and with our kids and with all of you, there's a ton of power in this room. Let's not waste it. And Harrison, our lives are like a big movie. It's the movie of life, right? And Sam and Ted and Diane and all of you people who take your celebrity and flex it and make so much of a difference, we're in this movie of life, and what we do in these 2 or 3 frames that we're in it, it's going to determine the outcome. So let's get on with it. Thank you so much for honoring me. Thank you.